Hayden Panettiere has passed away at just 36 years old. The Heroes and Nashville star passed away on August 16th, with her family confirming the devastating news through her representative. Her cause of passing has not been disclosed, and police say the circumstances are currently under investigation. Her family remembered Hayden as an incredible light and a force of nature, while SAG-AFTRA paid tribute to an actress who had been a member of the union since childhood.
This is a huge shock, isn't it?
It is a huge shock.
The news is especially heartbreaking because Hayden had recently returned to the spotlight with her memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning, openly confronting substance struggles, depression, and some of the most painful relationships of her life. Just months before her passing, she spoke in extraordinary detail about her relationship with Brian Hickerson and why escaping it had been so difficult.
I'm feeling, all these different emotions going on while having I like the way you say it, excavated.
Hayden met Brian in 2018, shortly after separating from her longtime partner Vladimir Klitschko, with whom she shared daughter Kaya.
I just finished Nashville and just moved back to LA, and I was lonely and nobody was present.
The relationship initially seemed promising. In early 2019, when asked whether she could imagine marrying Brian, Hayden reportedly answered, "I think so. I hope so."
The person that I fell in love with was great.
But behind the scenes, she later said something very different was happening. In her memoir, Hayden described the first time Brian allegedly physically assaulted her. "I hear it before I feel it, the unmistakable sound of an open hand slap," she wrote, recalling the burning in her cheek and ringing in her head.
And it was like, what just happened?
At first, she tried to convince herself it hadn't really happened.
I realized that I was more afraid of being alone than being abused.
In 2019, Brian was arrested following an alleged domestic violence incident involving Hayden and was ordered to stay away from her. Those charges were eventually dropped, but another arrest followed in Wyoming in 2020. He later pleaded no contest to 2 felony counts of injuring a spouse or girlfriend and served jail time. Brian himself addressed that history in May 2026, saying,
"Got arrested for, abusing her, and I wouldn't blame her friends for being pissed off at me."
For Hayden, however, one of the hardest things to understand was why she hadn't simply walked away. "It's a very embarrassing subject," she admitted earlier this year. "I've always seen myself as such a resilient and strong woman that the idea that I could allow something like this to happen to me, it blew my mind." Even people closest to her struggled to understand it.
I'm a really strong person at my core, and anyone who knows me was shocked that I would ever allow anything like this to happen.
Eventually, Hayden found a way to describe what leaving felt like. "Getting an abusive person out of your life is like trying to rip a weed out that is so entangled into your life," she explained. Every time she thought it was gone, she said, another piece seemed to appear.
I was dealing with this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation.
They always manage to find a way to slither back into your life, even if you're an incredibly strong-willed person.
It was like being on a hamster wheel in this endless dizzying cycle.
Their connection didn't completely disappear after Brian served his sentence. They were seen together again over the years, although the nature of their relationship became complicated. When Hayden and Brian were photographed together at an airport in March 2026, her representative specifically denied that they had reconciled romantically, saying, "Hayden is not in a romantic relationship with Brian Hickerson. The two remain friends."
Our relationship now is, I think it's just a mutual respect thing.
Then came one final detail that has attracted attention following Hayden's death. TMZ reported that Hayden and Brian flew out of Los Angeles together on August 15th, just one day before she died. Exactly where they were going and what happened afterward have not been publicly established. Police have not publicly accused Brian of any involvement in her death, so it would be wrong to draw a connection while the investigation remains open. In the months before her passing, Hayden seemed determined to turn the darkest parts of her life into something that could help other people. While promoting her memoir, she said hearing that her openness had helped others meant everything to her. I can hopefully leave the world a better place than I found it.
And I realized how many people needed to hear it.
Now those words have become part of the legacy she leaves behind. Hayden's final message was about leaving something meaningful behind. Another actress taken far too young did exactly that in a very different way, opening doors for a community rarely represented in Hollywood. Kaylee Hoddle was only 18 years old when her life was cut tragically short. In just a few years, she became one of the most recognizable deaf young actors in Hollywood, touching audiences around the world without saying many words at all.
Hello.
Although her career was brief, Kaylee made history from the very beginning. In 2021, she made her film debut as Gia in Godzilla vs. Kong, becoming the first deaf actress in the MonsterVerse. Her character, the orphaned girl who communicates through American Sign Language and shares a unique bond with Kong, quickly became one of the emotional hearts of the franchise. Kaylee's connection to the deaf community ran much deeper than her role. She came from an exclusively deaf family on her father's side, with 4 generations communicating through sign language. It made her casting feel especially meaningful to many viewers. For Kaylee, the experience was overwhelming in the best possible way.
I think the most exciting thing was, seeing the people's reactions when the movie.
Those reactions only grew after the movie's release. Fans praised the connection between Gia and Kong, while many deaf viewers celebrated finally seeing authentic representation in one of Hollywood's biggest blockbuster franchises. When asked what her family thought about her success, Kaylee's answer said everything about the people behind her journey.
They're very supportive of me. They've been able to help me and giving me the oohs and the ahs in my family. They've just supported me the entire time and helped me. And I wouldn't be able to get there without them.
Her friends were just as excited.
They think it's so cool, and they like watching the movies too that I'm in, so they want to see what other things I would be involved in too. They like watching.
Kaylee returned as Gia in Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, where her character's story became even more important. Speaking about Gia, Kaylee once explained that she was searching for something many people can relate to. In many ways, that search helped make Gia one of the franchise's most beloved human characters. Now, the Godzilla family, fellow deaf actors, and fans are remembering the young actress whose quiet performance left an unforgettable mark. Kaylee's family confirmed that she died following a car accident. They remembered her as a loving daughter, sister, and friend whose kindness and determination inspired everyone around her. After news of Kaylee's death broke, tributes poured in from the people who knew her best. Rebecca Hall, who played Gia's adoptive mother in the films, shared behind-the-scenes photos of them together and wrote simply, "You will be missed, Kaylee." Millie Bobby Brown, who appeared alongside Kaylee in Godzilla vs. Kong, said she was so devastated and added, "You will be deeply missed, Kaylee." For the deaf acting community, the loss felt especially personal. Actress Alaqua Cox, who recently worked with Kaylee on the upcoming film What Doesn't Kill Us, wrote, "I'm so heartbroken. My heart goes out to her family during this unimaginable time." Oscar winner Marlee Matlin called the news devastating, writing, "I am absolutely gutted about the passing of sweet Kaylee Hoddle. May her beauty and talent be a memory for eternity." Another Academy Award winner, Troy Kotsur, said Kaylee's passing immediately made him think of his own daughter and reminded him never to take time with loved ones for granted. He offered his deepest condolences to her family. The Texas School for the Deaf, where Kaylee was a senior, also paid tribute, calling her death heartbreaking. The school offered grief counseling to students and asked everyone to keep Kaylee's loved ones in their thoughts as the community mourned together. Kaylee appeared in only a handful of productions, but her impact reached far beyond her filmography. She showed deaf children around the world that they belonged in the biggest stories Hollywood could tell. Kaylee Hoddle's career was heartbreakingly short, but the love people showed her afterward proved how deeply she had touched them.